A major blizzard caused accidents across the Midwest Monday, and a dangerous blast of Arctic air is expected to spread across the region overnight. Record-breaking low temperatures will make the next few days the coldest the region has seen in at least 25 years. Wind chills will make it feel as cold as 65 degrees below zero in some places. CBS News national correspondent Dean Reynolds is in Chicago.
This was not a good day for a drive just about anywhere in the Midwest. This happened near Milwaukee. In snowy Chicago, the river was freezing, the wind was Arctic, and pedestrians were bracing for worse. Mayor Rahm Emanuel.
While the snow may be ending, the cold is just starting.
Wind chills early Wednesday could fall to minus 55 here. For those keeping score at home, the average actual temperature on Mars is minus 80. Around the Midwest, flight cancellations mounted like drifts. Snowplows slithered sideways, and there was word of isolated weather-related fatalities. Michigan's capital was shuttered. The University of Notre Dame will close tomorrow, as will public schools as far south as Georgia and Alabama.
God bless you, sir. Have a great day.
Are you concerned that people are going to die here?
We are very concerned.
The wind in Chicago was picking up as Nancy Powers of the Salvation Army offered words of encouragement and more to people in need.
We offer them shelters, we offer them the warming centers, and we'll drive them there.
The weather along the lakefront is practically tropical compared to what's to come later in the week, when Chicago may find itself actually colder than the South Pole. Elaine?
All right, Dean Reynolds, thank you very much. CBS News contributing meteorologist Jeff Berardelli joins me now for more on this. All right, Jeff, which areas, when you look at the country, are going to be most affected by this cold? It's so dangerous.
So 90 million people will be below zero sometime, or many of the times, over the next 3 days. That's how big this Arctic outbreak is. It's for places, especially in the upper Midwest, especially in the Great Lakes, especially in the Northeast. That's the polar vortex. It's the famous polar vortex you see right there. And it's going to be bringing down brutally cold air. Take a look at these wind chills. You can see them on Tuesday morning, negative 30 to negative 40 upper Midwest. Look at those numbers. Madison, negative 60 for a wind chill on Wednesday morning. And a lot of that shifts to the Northeast. So negative 15, negative 16 New York City, negative 26 Buffalo on Thursday morning. We are talking some dramatic cold air as the polar vortex drops to the south. We have wind chill warnings in effect all across that whole section that you see. And that means that, especially in places where wind chills will be negative 30, negative 40, negative 50, your skin could go frostbite within a matter of 5 minutes or less. So it's very dangerous. You can't really take this easy. This is one of those situations where layers after layer after layer is what you need to wear.
Right. No exposed skin at all. Yeah. I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Chicago. Yeah. And even by Midwest standards, though, this is brutal. What is happening here? What's this polar vortex exactly?
Well, here's the thing. We haven't really seen that much cold air yet this season in the East. It's almost like it's just been sitting there waiting to cast its spell, and it all comes down at once. It's a piece of the polar vortex, not the whole polar vortex. Places like Chicago could see all-time cold records, the coldest that it's ever been. It's going to be very close. Records will be shattered across a lot of the area. At least it's the coldest weather, as you mentioned, in 25 years. That's coming down to places like Minneapolis, Des Moines, Chicago, Cleveland, Detroit. The Northeast will escape the core of the polar vortex, but it's still going to be dangerously cold across all of the Northeast.
Yeah, where exactly is this cold air headed next, and how long is it going to last? Is it going to be like a glancing blow here in the Northeast?
It's going to last maybe about 3 days or so and then move out. And here's the good news. The warm air is going to start moving in by the weekend and next week. So actually, next week, a lot of the eastern half of the nation is going to be above normal.
Above normal?
Yeah.
Do we expect any snow this week, next week?
So here's the thing. Late tonight, early tomorrow morning, Birmingham, Alabama, Atlanta, Georgia, Chattanooga, Tennessee, those areas, 1 to 3 inches of snow. That's a big deal for them. Some schools are closed.
Yeah.
And then here in the Northeast, interior Pennsylvania, interior New York, and parts of New England, probably 3 to 6 inches of snow late tomorrow and tomorrow night. Here in New York City, we may actually see about 1 inch or 2 of snow as we go from rain to snow tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. Not a big snowstorm, although the lake effect areas are going to get a lot of snow, but they're used to that. The real story here is the cold air. Just get through the next 3 days. Maybe we should go to St. Martin or Barbados. That's the place to be over the next few days. It's going to be tough.
Absolutely. All right, Jeff Berardelli. Jeff, thanks very much.
You're welcome.